Good afternoon, it's Monday afternoon. I've varnished using the dilute PVA glue, not Liquitex, that was what was in it, gloss varnish. A couple of coats of my diluted PVA glue, the cheap stuff, gives a nice shine on your acrylic paintings. You can't put it on oil. I've done, well, I did 2 or 3 of these last week, 2 16 by 12s. There's this one. I varnished that one. And I don't know if you can see the shine on it, but there is. But you don't want to overdo the varnish. If it goes too brilliant, it would do. If I put 2 or 3 coats on it, it would go like glass, and it would look horrible. The varnish tends to bring out the colours that sink in, like the umbers. Now, I've prepared my board with a brush and the plaster of Paris mixed in with the PVA glue, but it's brushed out a bit more than I'd hoped. I could do it again. I could go over that, or I could mix my paints with some plaster of Paris, but it makes such a mess. So I might do it in two parts. Here's my Masterson's Stay Wet palette. I've got all various colours. It's got me white, alizarin crimson, cadmium red. It's like more of a crimson. The cerulean, ultramarine. I've got some purple, and I'm going to use them all. Some burnt sienna. I'll put out some burnt umber. I was going to do that. Some black, some yellow, mid yellow, and yellow ochre. And instead of using my sponge underneath the membrane in here, so it's a Masterson membrane, they do come with a thin sponge, which is, I don't know what it's made of, but it expands when you put water with it. But they're quite expensive, and if you leave your paints wet or in here anyway, and close it up for a couple of weeks or so, as I do, eventually it goes mouldy. So I was talking to Alan Owen, and many of you subscribe to his lovely channel, over the weekend, and he suggested using some kitchen roll. So I've got a load of kitchen roll underneath it. It's lovely and thin, which means that the spikes in the lid that keep the membrane in place when you're walking around, they don't stick into the actual membrane and sponge and put sort of holes in it, as it did before with the furniture sponge that I used. So that was a good tip. So there you are, kitchen roll. So you can use greaseproof paper over it, over the membrane, over the kitchen roll if you wish. I've not tried that, but you can use greaseproof paper. And if you've got a lid like a box like this with a lid, it'll keep your paints going for a long time instead of throwing them away all the time. I'm a great one for being stingy, being Scrooge-like with it. I've got the purple on here because I was watching Jerry Yarnell on his lovely canyon demonstration in acrylic. Really good, and he uses that. So I've got some, so I've sprung it out. And the cerulean he uses. And all these colours, with the exception of the alizarin and that burnt sienna and the purple, I got from Wilkinson's for £1.50 a tube of this, say quality artist materials. It's a little bit thin. I'll put some of the Viridian out as well because it makes lovely greens mixed with that yellow. Okay. There we go. Right, take a brush now. I'm going to make this up a bit. I'll put my rocks in first, just to show where they're going to go. So I'll find a rock brush that'll do. But I don't want them to be graphic examples. I want to try to abstract this. So we'll put in a bit of black and the sienna. And where should we start here? Love black. Lovely, lovely surface. Let's go big rock there. Let's make that big. Okay. Bit of red in there. Oh, this shows. Right, that'll do for that. Now let's put a bit of sky colour in. As that dries, I'll go over it. I want it to lay back in the actual mess of the surface of the board. I'm still trying to find a new way to go. I don't want to be out and out abstract like I did with that green one on Saturday, but they sort of make themselves up as you go along rather than have a preconceived idea. Now, I'm not copying my previous paintings, so I'm just making it up. So let's put a bit of white and a bit of yellow, bit of that cad red. So I'll just get that. If I wanted that to just to spread it, but I don't want to use the spray. Yarnell uses a lot of the spray, but in doing so, you get the paint on a bit too thin when you're trying to do it thick. Bit of alizarin in there as well, bit of ochre. So just killing the canvas, just. I want dark on the horizon. We'll put a horizon in this. We don't want it too low. Let's take it up here. Okay, that's over. Just a bit over half. And so I want above that the sky to be a bit dark on there. So I tell you, a good mix with oil used to be. I did a lot of it when I painted all the Venice paintings, using light red. I've got, let's see where I clean this up. I had a bit of KY jelly, which I was using, somebody recommended as a medium to keep the paints workable for a while, and I'm afraid it leaked out. So KY jelly's got a lot of, it would be slippery, isn't it? Got a lot of uses, including acrylic painting, but it's a bit pricey when we're trying to keep the cost down. And the PVA glue does everything. Right, let's just put a little bit of that red out there. Okay, so that dries. Just ruined me latex gloves. I'm having to wear latex gloves because my fingers are in a bit dry with all this. Oh dear. I'll have to sort that out later. Right, let's throw them away. Get them another cat. When you're holding the wet rags, it doesn't do your skin any good. So look, I bought a box of these, 100 of these gloves, and they're good. Very cheap, £5 for 100. Right, okay. Start again. Right, so let's get a bit of that cerulean and I think we've got a bit of green left on there. Never mind. I'll be changing all this. I'm doing it dark so that I can counter change the light on the waves. Oh, right, I'm not quite happy with that. Right. I think I need a bigger brush on there. So let's use my nice sterling brush. It's an inch long flat. by Pro Art on flat, sterling acrylics. Right, okay, let's get in with some nice sky colour now. This paint is quite thin because it's expensive, but if you can leave some brush marks, leave them to dry. They'll help to give you your texture. Right, okay, let's go into some of these dark colours in the water. Keep your brushes really clean. So, bit of black and blue, I think, and a bit of the crimson. Put some nice wave shadows, or reflecting the rocks and the shadows in the crashing waves. So paint dark first. Hello, Harry. Harry's come up to see us. If you're going to paint lights, put your darks in, so that they'll have some impact when you start putting the lighter stuff in. Hello, H. Hello. Oh, now he's a free agent. Well, during the day anyway, isn't you, Harry? You lovely. He comes and goes all the time now. In and out, in and out. Goes and meets Elsa, the cat from next door. His girlfriend, who used to be a friend of Freddie's, if you remember Freddie. Right, there's okay, that's good. Right. Now what are you doing? He's sitting with all the watercolour demonstrations. Right, let's have a bit of drama in the sky now. Bit black, bit blue. I don't want this to have any sort of finish to it. I want it to suggest, rather than say I'm a rock. So it's abstracted to that extent. Now, half the time I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll admit. I've never had an art lesson in my life. I've had to learn the hard way. And as they say, a self-taught artist has a bad teacher. Wow, so that we could get lights in the sky, a nice brooding. I like brooding skies. Blue with the black. Whoa. Look at that, lovely, eh? Real rough. Right, brush in there. Let's put a bit of the rocks in now. Well, that's it. So we get plenty of colour in the rocks. So a bit of red, a bit of all sorts of colours in it. Reflect what we're going to put in the sky. That brush is good for something, but no good for what I'm using for here. catching the light. Okay. Bit of white. Oh, excuse me. Let's post office. Oh. Right, sorry about that. Rope for my burner when I get back to it, and I think I've got an apron. Right, here we go, let's see what we got here. Because this smock is very good, but it doesn't cover my knees, and I'm hoping this is the carpenter's, it is the carpenter's apron, look, all nicely wrapped. It came from Argos. Right. Oh, let's have a look. Hope it's long enough. There we are, look at this. Oh. Yeah, that's great. That is perfect. Yep. That covers my knees. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to go pull the blinds now. I've just gone down 2 floors of stairs. Right, I'm just going to... You have to be quick with the Royal Mail because they knock on the door and then drive off quickly. So you have to go and collect. Harry. There you go, Harry. No, don't get the pain, Harry. Before I sling him off. Grown, isn't he? The cat lovers. Harry. You beastie. Alright, down you go. Come on. Very affectionate. Right, okay, off you go, mate. Give it. Ooh, yeah. Right, look at this. This is the cat's whiskers. Right, let me brush back. Right, so we were doing the rocks, weren't we? So we're going to put lots of water over those, but I'm just getting the texture on. Now what are you doing? Oh, he's a real mischief. He's like Harry. Right, let's put in. Let's move that over a bit. Harry! You've got an old television over there. The only reason I keep it is it's got a video machine, and I've got some videos that I can play on it. Right, okay, let's do some. Just get this slopped in. I've got to do that sky a bit darker there. Do I? Yeah, I did. That was my original thinking, wasn't it? Okay, that's better. Right, let's get some light in that sky now. Just red, ochre, plenty of white. Just texture. Right, let's get that this cloud colour on the horizon here. Let's get some movement. So hopefully that will show some I've lost some of my lovely black there. Right, I'm just going to squeeze out some more white. See my white, anybody? I've got a new one, but I put one down. It's gone. Sorry. Ah, I've got it, there it is. That's it. Right. So it's being a bit thinner than artist quality, you use a lot of it. Right. Oh, I forgot you were there, Harry. Try to keep your waves different. Now, these are the shadows in the waves. I'm not a sea painter. I usually use reference material, but here we're just working. So let's get this dark up here. There's that black and blue, plenty of white. That's in the shadow. So we should really show some of the rock colour showing through there. So the more dark you put on here, the more the white will show when you put it on, well, put it off white. Okay, lovely. Keeping me company. Right, okay, so let's just put some here, just freshen up here. So it's crashing over the top here. Got to put a bit of ochre or something in, you don't want it pure white. Oh. You can put some dark behind. A bit behind there. Plenty of blue and that black. Just covering up a lot of this. No, that's dry, it's just dragging, see? I'll go back on the sky soon, when I'm able, to get the drama back in. Oh yes, I really love this. You know, I'll take my gloves off and just let that dry for a minute. I just want to tie my apron. I want to take my smock off because it's getting a little bit warm in there. Right, okay. Now, if I was a professional filmmaker, you wouldn't see all this, would you? But the problem that I have with the camera is that if I stop it or pause it, I can't start up again without the thing making a separate video, and then I'd have the problem of trying to put them all together again, which I really don't want to do. It takes too long. So I'm not saying I can't do it, but I have to, because it's an MOD file, I have to compress it, otherwise it takes so long to upload. Or to upload to YouTube. So it all takes time. So let's get a little bit of do that in there. Right. Let's get that on there. Get that dark in there. There's the shadow and that crashing wave there. A little bit lighter on there, just catching the tops here. Right, should put a bit more colour. Let's just my gloves on. Get some more colour in that foreground rock. Good, Harry, you've got an artist in here. But as you can see, I don't follow a particular pattern. I just crack on with it and hope for the best. Alright, let's try. Well, let's get some of that back in there. So black, red, sienna, bit of ochre. I can put some green, that's what I've got the viridian for. Let's just get some in here. Right, then we can get the wave swirling around that. Right, but while I've got some stuff on my brush, let's go back with the black and the blue. Bit Turnish over this. I'll put the lights back. All different directions for the brush here. I might use the water when this is dry, then I always a scratch that to glaze a bit. Right, okay. Now I said some green, didn't I? So lemon yellow, bit of viridian, bit of red, bit too much red, bit of white. Oh, maybe a bit of black would be better in there. A bit darker. Sort of seaweed. Okay, a bit darker than that. I don't know if it'll show as dark green, but it might. Just add a bit more black to the yellow. Okay. I need some more texturing in the waves now. Let's go for the whites or the light colours. There we've got plenty of. Now that's not white. That's a blue-grey. This is all in shadow here. It's catching. It's got the direction coming round here. Up here. Catching the light. Darker in there. Nice grey. The water just run across there. Get some cloth. Excuse me, Harry. You're a big lovely boy, isn't you? God, you've got a lot of room there. Let's move things for you. There you are. There you go. Spoilt rotten. There, Harry. Okay, so. Catching the light. Green in there. Just clean the brush. just losing some of this in the spray now. All nice and wet. Let's get that over there. Just, yeah, we've got something there. Hope you haven't fallen asleep. Right, now some colour in the sky. So red, really, a bit of orangey. I think I prefer ochre than to the yellow. Bit of grey there. When I finish these things, I look at them a day later and think, oh, why did I do that? Well, that's not very good. I could have done it better. Put a light red. Light red mixed with white gives a lovely pink. Put some of that in the sea in a minute. Just reflecting. Those warm colours. Those are light in the sky. Right, get that grey going. Break up that black. Right, we've got something going there now. Nice, rich, thick colour. All nice and rough. What's it like on the screen? No, that's all right. It's a bit more grey now than that warm grey, I think. In here. Just add a little bit of red to that grey. Just drag over that. Okay, so whoops, got a pattern there, don't want that. Right, well, I think we've almost got a picture there. Show the white tops of these. Oh, the horizon, going towards the horizon. Bluey grey. So those sharp a little bit more. Okay, so I reckon we've got something good there now. Just got this grey just catching in the shadow, but there's a little bit of white on top of there, just catching. just glazing over that. Right, I'm going to take my gloves off and we're going to put in the mount, or the frame, back in that frame, and we'll see what we've got. Right, bear with me. I've got the frame ready. I just had to put a couple of tacks in just to hold it in place. Perfect fit. Hammer. Turning into a seam painter, coastal painter. Right, last one. So we've got another one, similar colours. I didn't use the purple. There we are. Another coastal scene. That's zoom out. Well, there we are. We've got another coast. Very similar to the other one. We need to make any adjustments here. I think that needs to be a bit more wavy, crashing, rather than just a line. That's what we've done. Clean your brush. Oh, just. I'll have to put a bit of white there. And there's a bit of dark grey behind it, just to show the shadow there. A bit darker. I'll just go back to the white again, just on that tip to show that the light coming through. I think how did it give me out? There's a little bit on there. Spindrift. Right, any more than that I think would be too much. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for persevering with the apron and the phone and the postman and this and the other. But I quite like that. It's busy, it's abstract to a certain extent, that it's got away from realism. It's very, very impressionist. I think really rough impressionism is about where I'm going to sort of find myself, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to fiddle around with that anymore. I'm going to go and put it on YouTube now. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.